2-5b, Descartes' rule of signs. So what is Descartes' rule of signs? I'm glad you asked. Descartes' rule of signs says given f of x equals some polynomial in order, meaning this goes starts from your highest exponent and decreases in order all the way down to your constant. If you count the number of times terms switch from positive to negative or negative to positive, there will be at most that many positive answers or less by an even amount. So what does that mean? Let's look at an example. Say we have f of x equals 2x to the fourth minus x cubed plus x squared plus 4x minus 2. So first it says in order. As you can see here, our exponents drop in order: 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 0. You want to make sure it's in standard form with your exponents in descending order. So now, count the number of times changes signs. So this 2 is positive, this is negative. So that's one sign change. Negative to positive, that's another sign change. Positive to positive, it stays. Positive to negative, that's another sign change. So you want to count the flips. And in this case, we have 3 sign flips. So that means our total number of positive answers will either be 3 or 1. Number of positive answers will be 3 or 1. Why, you might ask, does it change? It's either 3 or it drops by an even number. Well, that's because your complex numbers, okay, your complex zeros always come in pairs. Always, always, always come in pairs. All right, meaning if you have an I, you'll have a negative I also. All right. So if this had changed 4 times, we'd have 4, 2, or 0. If this had changed 6 times, we'd have 6, 4, 2, or 0. If it had changed 5 times, we'd have 5, 3, or 1. All right. So it's that number of flips that you get plus the numbers less than that by an even number. So 3 or 1. There's no need to keep going because you can't have -1. All right, so your last number is either going to be a 1 or a 0, depending on if this is an even number of flips or an odd number of flips. Let's look at a different example. F of x equals x to the fifth minus x to the fourth plus x cubed minus x squared plus x plus 2. So let's count our flips. Positive to negative, there's 1. Negative to positive, there's 2, 3, 4. So now we have 4 flips. So that means our total number of positive answers is either 4, 2, or 0. Alright, it's either 4, 2, or 0. Meaning all 4 of them could be positive. Or 2 of them could be imaginary, 2 of them could be positive to give us our total of 4. Because remember, the imaginaries always occur in pairs. Or here we have a 0. Well, of course, in order to get a 0 for the function, this has to cross the x-axis. Well, if this never crosses the x-axis, then all 4 are going to be imaginary. So therefore, you have 0 positive answers. All right? So that's what it means by 4, 2, or 0. You can have all 4 positive, 2 imaginary, 2 positive, or all 4 can be imaginary. All right, so that was the positive answers. What about negative answers? All right, well, there's just one extra step. And before you can count the flips, and then it follows the same exact rules. You count the flips, follows the same rules. So one extra step. What you want to do is you want to flip every odd powered x term. You want to flip every odd powered x term, then count the flips. So let's look back at the example we just did. X to the 5th minus x to the 4th plus x cubed minus x squared plus x plus 2. So we want to flip every odd powered term. So let me write this in different color. X to the 5th, since that's odd, since this is positive, it's going to be negative. Negative x to the 5th. This one is even, so just bring it straight down. Negative x to the 4th. Here we have odd again, so flip it, it's positive, negative x cubed. Even powered, so just bring it straight down, negative x squared. This is technically x to the 1, so it's an odd power, so flip it. Then, of course, this has no power. All right. Now that we've flipped every odd-powered x term, all right, now we go through and count our flips. Negative, negative, no flip, negative, no flip, negative, negative, positive. So it flips one time, which means we are only going to have one negative answer. All right, one negative answer only in this case. All right, makes sense? All right, let's do a U try. U try. Find the total number of zeros. Total number of positive and negative zeros. F of x equals 8x to the 6th plus 5x to the 5th minus 3x to the 4th plus 7x cubed plus 6x squared plus x minus 27. So find all the positive and find the total number of positive and negative zeros by using Descartes' rule of signs. All right, so let's look at this. For the total number of positive zeros, we want to go through and count all the sign flips as is. Positive, positive, positive and negative, there's 1, 2, 3. So that means we have 3 or 1 positive zeros. Now I'm going to do negatives in blue. So remember, you flip the sign on every odd-powered exponent. So 6, that's even, so that stays positive. Here's an odd-powered, so that means this is going to go negative. Even-powered stays negative. Odd-powered, it's positive, so it goes negative. Even power stays positive. Odd power goes negative, and of course that stays negative. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have 7 signs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 signs. Now just count the flips. 1, 2, 3. So negative, I'm also going to have 3 or 1. So that's our total number. Whoops, that's a really bad straight line. Both of those were. So that is our total number of positive, 3 or 1. Total number of negative is also 3 or 1. All right. Now, say you came across a problem like this. This might be on the, I don't know, the ACT or something or something. Find all zeros for f of x equals x cubed plus 8x squared plus 9x minus 18. And say they gave you answers like letter A, 3, 6, -1, letter B, 1, 3, -6, letter C, -6, -3, 1, and letter D, -1, -6, -3. All right. Now, we can actually do this without doing any kind of factoring, without doing any kind of synthetic division. We can actually get this problem solved pretty quickly by using Descartes' rule of signs. Go through, count some sign flips. All right. So let's count the sign flips. This is positive, 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 negative. So we have, so our positive answers, all right, since we only have one sign flip, we're only going to have one positive answer, all right, using Descartes' rule of sign, because there's only one sign change. Well, let's look at here. This has two positives. It's not going to work. Two positives, not going to work. One positive, okay, this one might work. Here we have no positives. So boom, we are done. -6, -3, and 1 is going to be our possible zeros based on the answers that they gave us. All right. So you can use Descartes' rule of signs as a shortcut. In a case like this, a shortcut for finding all the zeros, because hey, they gave them to us, and only one of them is going to be positive. So letter C was the only one with one positive zero. All right. So here's your ticket in the door. It'll be brief. Ticket in the door. I want you to find, just like the U try, the total number of positive and negative zeros. I guess it's the total number of possible positive and negative zeros. F of x equals 3x to the 7th minus 8x to the 6th plus 5x to the 5th minus 2x to the 4th plus 3x cubed plus 7x squared minus x plus 137. All right, so find the total number of possible positive and negative zeros. Make sure you have this ready when you come to class. And good luck.